Imagine a bank vault holding the combined savings of millions of people. Now, picture the heavy steel door swinging open, revealing absolute, echoing emptiness inside. In India, the missing figure currently under investigation is 41,000 crore rupees. To put that in perspective, that translates to roughly $5 billion US dollars. That is enough missing cash to outstrip the entire gross domestic product of several small nations. You might expect a theft of this magnitude to involve a highly organized cartel operating in the shadows. The prime suspect here operates right out in the open. This is Anil Ambani, a prominent member of one of the wealthiest families on the planet and the architect of a sprawling corporate empire. The scale of these allegations shifts the focus away from traditional crime scenes and into elite boardrooms, where signatures and corporate structures serve as the primary tools of operation. To pull an extraction like this off, you need a specific type of target. The institutions drained here were exclusively public sector banks. While the Ambani name is synonymous with staggering wealth, these public banks are funded by the deposits and life savings of everyday working-class citizens. Up until now, the benchmark for this financial extraction was the Nirav Modi diamond scandal. The scale of the Ambani investigation easily eclipses it. A default of this magnitude within the public sector directly impacts the national treasury, pulling billions of dollars away from potential public infrastructure and social services. At the center of the investigation is ADAG, the Reliance Anil Dhirubhai Ambani Group. The process started with a standard corporate procedure. ADAG companies approached multiple public sector banks and secured massive corporate loans, ostensibly to fund business development and infrastructure projects. Investigators allege those funds rarely went to their intended projects. Once the loans hit an ADAG account, the money was systematically splintered, routed through complex webs of subsidiary companies and hidden shell entities. The public banks were then left staring at a massive, unrecoverable negative balance, while the actual cash was completely out of reach. The sheer complexity of that corporate web acted as a deliberate tool used to make $5 billion legally evaporate. But leaving a paper trail of that size eventually attracts attention, specifically from India's Enforcement Directorate and the Central Bureau of Investigation. If you're unfamiliar, think of these two agencies working together as a combination of the FBI and the SEC. They have the authority to tear through corporate firewalls and pursue criminal charges. Month after month, these agencies have compiled exhaustive status reports. They have meticulously tracked the diverted funds and mapped who signed off on every transfer. Those reports are critical. They take the whispers of corporate mismanagement and document them into heavily scrutinized, prosecutable facts. The hunters have cornered the billionaire. For years, the Ambani empire appeared entirely insulated from consequences, but the overwhelming weight of the evidence has completely flipped that dynamic. And that brings us exactly to right now, specifically the critical date of May 8th. This stalemate isn't playing out in a lower tribunal anymore. The Supreme Court of India has officially stepped into the fray. The highest court in the country has formally reviewed those ED and CBI status reports and scheduled the matter for an immediate, high-stakes hearing. This May 8th hearing represents the exact moment the legal trap snaps shut on the ADAG empire. Step back from the Ambani case for a moment and look at the broader financial ecosystem. The resolution of this case will demonstrate whether financial laws function identically for the ultra-wealthy as they do for the general public. A missing $5 billion directly hollows out the foundation of public trust and depletes resources meant for national growth. So when corporate titans successfully drain the public coffers, who actually